started snowing again. Snowing and raining. It got like really cold. It's like back to like winter, just no snow. It's the worst. But we're gonna make the best of it because I'm here with one of my absolute favorite Instagrammers. I've looked up to this guy from the very day I actually started to like make an effort with Instagram. The creativity that I'm about to show you guys from my friend here, it's gonna blow. I mean, if you saw the thumbnail, you can already tell the dude is a beast, absolute beast. And we're gonna share some tips and tricks with you guys today to start doing those same types of photos pretty much anywhere. So to kind of further prove that fact, we're sitting here in the middle of an alleyway in the snow to make this tutorial for you, and I couldn't be more excited. Dude, are you not freezing right now?
Yo, honestly, it's worth it.
Dude, I'm in a puff coat. I am in a puff coat and I'm dying.
I'm sorry, man.
How are you? But I mean, like, he's just like an urban street photographer. So like, it's all about the fashion before being warm because you want those fire Instagram shots. Tell me.
That's a fact. So today we're gonna teach you guys how to levitate. And to do that, all we have to do is use this stool right here. Okay. And a tripod, because
that's it?
Yeah, some of the times I don't actually float in my photos, but we're gonna show you 3 different methods in which you can levitate in your photos.
Sick. I thought you were actually doing it. So
yeah,
I'm a little bit bummed on that.
Well,
I thought some David Copperfield stuff
yeah,
happening,
I mean, hey, there's some illusions everywhere. Don't be surprised about what you see on Instagram.
That is very, very true.
That's true for real.
Also, why did we pick the coldest day to do this?
I don't know, bro. Because we needed to do a video.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
That's a great answer.
All right, let's teach some stuff.
Get started.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action. What we can be. Life with no distractions.
Method 1, step 1. We're gonna take a picture of the background that we want in our scene. Method 1, step 2. We're gonna take a picture of ourselves in a floaty-like position so that we can insert ourselves in the first background. So to make sure it looks natural, we're gonna make sure that we don't look stiff in the jump. We gotta make it very fluid so it looks super realistic. And we're gonna show you some examples right now. Method 2, step 1, we're going to take another picture of a background so that we can insert ourselves again. But the reason we're taking so many pictures of the background is in case we make a mistake somewhere, we can always come back to that background. It's like our original starting point, basically. A blank canvas. Method 2, step 2, we're going to use this so that we can lean on it and make ourselves float. Whoa!
We can miss out.
All right, we're walking to find another background so Irv here can cut himself out of it and paste him into whatever background we're gonna go find. All right, how long have you been shooting on Instagram for, and how long have you made a career of it?
Well, honestly, the first year of Instagram was pretty dry. It was more experimental. I didn't really do that much. It was more just trying to figure it out.
Figure your style out?
Yeah.
Figure out the grid?
Yeah, pretty much. But I've always wanted this conceptual feel to it, and once I found that it was the right kind
fit
of
for you?
Yeah, I just went for it.
Love it. Yeah, because you're like, I'm right now kind of like heavy on landscapes.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to shift it a little bit. And the shift is hard to do when you start trying to change your style. It's not easy.
It's not. It's not. It's especially once your core audience has kind of already figured out what your niche is,
And they like you for that thing.
It's very hard to switch. Luckily, I love what I do, so I don't need to switch.
Dude, your account is so dope.
Thank you, bro.
So everyone needs to go like 100% troll his account.
No.
You will learn. No, like don't troll it in a mean way. Go to like mob over there, hit that follow button, because like super inspiring stuff. And when people are putting inspiring work and putting their heart and soul into what they do, which is what this guy does on the daily, he grinds. I love it, man. His stuff, just go follow him. Just go follow him. Drop a comment. Are we good for trains? Yep. Drop him a comment. Tell him I sent you. Show the man some love. What are you thinking of this spot here?
I love leading pathways and stuff like that, so I think I intend to take myself from the other picture and put myself right here.
Ooh, I love it.
Right around.
All right, let's snap that pic, bro.
I'm trying to match the background with the subject, and I think I'm gonna take a picture of myself on this garbage can right here. Show them the garbage can.
Sounds so random. Okay.
And then I'm gonna Photoshop myself in the background all the way over there. Got it?
I'm pumped,
Cool.
dude. Let's go.
All right. So
You're gonna
no
get
tripod.
wet.
Once again, no tripod.
You're gonna get wet,
no
dude.
nothing.
It's soaked.
To show the illusion that you're not literally flying on something, or you're not levitating on something. You want to have something long like this that can cover.
I'm not responsible for your injuries.
Like this.
Oh, so it covers like. Oh, that's
See?
so cool.
So now you don't have to Photoshop anything under your back.
Yeah, I guess like this whole ridge. That whole ridge you don't have to worry about.
Exactly.
Jacket covers it.
Because if you don't do that, then you're gonna have sharp angles and it's gonna look like you were leaning on something. It's gonna help a lot.
Dude, that is like straight up magic. That's like something we would do back in the magic industry. Illusions. All right, now we're getting that background shot.
As you can see, the bokeh is still there. The
Yep.
background is nice and blurry, and I can take the shot from the exact same angle. I was pointing it a little bit up. I'm eyeballing it. You know, if you're perfect, you can actually measure the angle that you want, but I don't want to do that.
No,
I just
me
want to
neither.
get the shot really quick. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's freezing outside.
And it's
So
raining.
we're gonna eyeball it to make it nice and quick for you guys. And here I am taking that shot and a couple different angles so I can see what's best.
All right.
Now we're good to go.
Photoshop time.
Time to go home and Photoshop this stuff.
Woo!
You know, I'm fine with winter, I'm fine with summer, but just like choose. Be winter, be summer. I don't like when it's like supposed to be warm and then it starts snowing and it sits back and forth. Let's talk about this float thing for a second, shall we? From day one when I met Irving, I've always wanted to do a video or something with him with regards to this floating concept. Whenever he posts a photo and it's of him floating and doing something crazy, conceptual on Instagram, I just think, he's just so good at that. And I've always been inspired from him, you know, amongst all the people I follow. I really love his stuff. So I'm super excited to be able to share some of that with you guys today. So I wanted to do a quick recap and just kind of go over a few of the points so you guys know exactly what to do when it comes to making yourself float. Let's start with method one. You actually don't need the background frame for method one because all you're doing is capturing someone jumping mid-air. The key, like he mentioned, was making it look all floaty and watery and fluid, which I have no idea how he does so well because when I do it, I look like I have rigor mortis and I just got tased mid-air, like, but he does it extremely well. I threw my camera into high-speed frame rate. He jumped up in the air, did it a whole bunch of times until I knew that I had something I was happy with. Some vertical, some horizontal. Gotta remember the Instagram, you know, vertical photos. And when we were done, that was method one. Method two, we're using that background frame now and another frame of him floating on a stool, and then we're just merging those together in Photoshop, removing the stool. The stool is used because you can get way more meticulous, harder to reach like angles and floating directions that you can't just do. I mean, he's not gonna jump up in the air and just like hope for the best and then fall on his back and never walk again. So we use the stool for that instance. Now the third option is just cutting him out of that photo and pasting him in a totally different photo. And to make that realistic, we were saying you have to make sure the light matches. The light from the photo that you're cutting someone out of has to be the same as the light of the background that you're gonna use to paste them into. Yes, that made sense. So that's essentially 1, 2, 3 methods. I'm gonna show you how to use the pen tool in Photoshop so you can quickly make a layer mask, select that stool, and whoop, delete it forever. It's super fast. We'll just take a couple minutes, dive into that right now. All right, so fire up Photoshop, make sure you have the background photo and your float photo, we'll call it. And then you're gonna copy that float photo and paste it onto your background photo. Now, what I like to do is change the opacity of the float photo so that I can line them up as close as possible. I just pick something in that photo that I can use as something to line up. So in this case, I'm using the sign, and we're just gonna arrow over, back and forth, just to make sure that's perfect, right about there. And then I'm gonna make that opacity back to 100, zoom back out, and you'll see when I hide and unhide the layers, everything looks good. Now we can start making our layer masks. So just come down here to this little icon with a circle inside the rectangle, click that, that's your layer mask. Then we're gonna go over and select the pen tool. That is the type tool. We want the pen tool, which is this one, and we can really be meticulous with this. And I highly recommend you taking your time to make this as perfect as you can. The more time you take with the pen tool, the better your photo will be. So we're masking out the stool. So all we need to do is select around the stool. So we start by clicking our first point, we start making our way around the subject. Just gonna make our way along the bottom of his coat here, top of the stool. Make sure to take our time. I'm doing this probably even faster than I should be. I should still be doing this a lot slower, but for the sake of, you know, not keeping you guys here for a full day, keep going all the way down. Now, you don't have to be as meticulous around his arm where I'm doing this right now, because there's nothing in this particular spot that we're masking out, just the spots with the stool. And when you get to a point where you want to kind of bend that pen tool, you can click and then click another point, hold that, drag, and that makes the tool bend. Then you let go, hold Option, and you can bring that tail end of the pen tool back and continue the path. Now, when we get past his thumb here, I don't need to actually mask out his individual fingers. So we're just gonna do big block kind of selections all the way around back to where we need to continue masking, which is the stool right here. So now we'll take our time again, going around his hand, going around his watch. Once we pass this little spot here, again, we can just be kind of loose with this because we don't need to mask that. Back to where we need to mask that stool, being nice and meticulous, past his arm. Now we're just gonna outline the stool kind of loosely, and then we're gonna bring those points all the way around, make this weird shape, and connect it right back with our first point. And then we're gonna right click, hit Make Selection, and then hit OK. Now I just realized I had that feather set to 3. I'd probably have it set to 0 so it keeps that selection that we just made nice and tight to the subject. So maybe play with that number, figure out what works for you, but I probably would have had it at 0 if I wasn't trying to do this fast. All right, once we're done with that, hit B to select your brush tool. Make sure your foreground is black. Make sure you're on your layer mask layer. And then all you have to do is paint away, and that vanishes the stool. Essentially, we're painting away to the layer beneath, which has nothing in it, which is why that stool's able to disappear. If you made a mistake and you wanna go back, you can just hit X, that makes your foreground white. You can paint the stool back in, hit X, paint it away. So you can see it's a little sloppy. If I had taken a little bit more time, I wouldn't have any of that weird kind of fuzz around his sleeve, but like I said, it's the most important part, so definitely give it its due diligence. Now down here, you can see the stool legs left some kind of weird shadows on the ground, so we're just gonna remove those using the patch tool. So come over here to the toolbar, select the patch tool, which is this one right here, is draw a selection around it. When it's highlighted, just drag it to the left or the right, whatever looks better, let go, and it's done. Again, select the problem area, connect it, drag it to the left or right, whatever, up, down, let go, Control D to deselect, it's done. So we can do the same thing for the big sign up on the wall here. Draw all the way around it, select it, close that up, drag it over, let go, Command D, sign's gone. Now for this sign on the garage door, all these panels are different shades. So if we just tried to drag that down to the panel below it, you'd see a brighter spot. It just wouldn't look right. So we're just gonna use Content Aware like I taught you guys last week on how to remove people from your photos. Check out the link above. Hit L to get the lasso, select it, Shift Delete, hit Enter, peace out. You can do the same thing for the sign on the other side, peace out. And that is it. Now we have our finished photo that we can continue color grading and doing whatever we want tweak-wise to make it however your style is. So that's it, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you get something out of it. I love these types of photos. If you're doing this today and you're trying it out yourself, totally tag me on Twitter, on Instagram. I'd love to see you guys floating in your photos. Check out Irving's profile. I've linked it below. He does incredible work, and special thanks to you, Irving, for coming on the channel and showing everybody this. I really appreciate it, and yeah, keep up the good work yourself, bud. So hit that like button if you like this video. Smash it if that's something that you're into, 2018 style. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh my goodness. What is that? Dude, who is this? Oh, hello. Who is this?
My best friend right here.
Oh, what's his name?
Jita.
Jita.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Just purebred husky.
Uh-huh.
Oh, can I have him?
Not really.
This is what we wait